Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and thanks for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank y'all so very much. Welcome. Okay. This video is for entertainment, educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, y'all. Okay. And my fair act use and everything's in the description box. So let's get back to the main. Okay? Mo3, y'all. Mo3. Now, let's get to it, y'all. Now, y'all remember when all these, I'm going to go over a few things that were put out there. Rayman went to meet up with Countdown after Mo3 was taken out. Rayman met up with background dancer the night before Mo3 was taken out. Rayman was on the phone with Mo3 when he was taken out. Rayman is putting out all this information saying that Mo3 tried to take him out too. Rayman wanted to do a boxing match with Trap Boy. All of this stuff lands straight back in Rayman's lap. Mo3's manager, y'all. Mo3's manager. Well, y'all, got some more information. And I've been telling y'all this from the start. That, you know, something is weird about this guy. Now, from the start, I was in his corner. Okay, I'm going to just say that. Okay, I'm feeling a little good right now. When I first started doing Mo3 videos, I was kind of like in his corner a little bit. But I hadn't really did my homework on him, okay? Until, you know, I started actually, everything just land right back up to him. And then I was saying, Most Hated Blogger was right, y'all. Now, I don't appreciate Most Hated Blogger making no video talking about, you know, fake bloggers or something he just made and he put me in that category. I don't want to be in the fake category, you know, blogger category. Yes, I did start off by, you know, going at Most Hated Blogger because I thought that he was in the wrong. But then when I found out he was in the right, I backed off like, okay, he was right. And I gave him his props. So for him to throw me into, you know, that little circle of everybody else, that fake blogger stuff, I don't appreciate it at all. Okay, I'm going to just throw that out there, okay? So, I have to respond back to that. Because I never throw him in, you know, if you want to throw somebody in fake blogger, you know, circle, then he was right along with, you know, Wretched them and Countdown. And what's the other one? The bear guy. You know, the demon, the one I call the demon. He was along with all the rest of them coming at me when I was doing the Mo3 case. So if you want to put somebody in fake, he was fake too. He started talking about Rayman, okay? He started talking about Rayman. Then all of a sudden, he started defending Rayman when Rayman threw some money his way. He bought some new furniture. Thank God he bought a new couch. And then afterwards, he turns around and he turns on Rayman again. So if that ain't fake, I don't know what is, okay? When he thought that, because if y'all don't know, Most Hated Blogger wanted to be a rapper too. Okay, y'all? He wanted to be a rapper too. So it would make sense that he would change his story on Rayman after Rayman tried to put him, you know, put him down with the crew. And then after he got whatever he got from Rayman, he turned back until Rayman is a villain. Okay? So anybody that you can bribe to turn on the story that they were talking about, and then they turns back and start talking about him again after they got what they wanted, which I thought it was genius in one way. But at the same time, don't try to throw me into the same category, because at the same time, I could throw you in that same category too. Okay? Out of everybody, and I'm going to be honest with you all, out of everybody that's been blogging on the Mo3 case, I have had the most respect for Most Hated Blogger. But he wants to put my name in a video with the same guys. I have already admitted I started off doing Mo3's videos because I had started challenging Most Hated Blogger on what he was saying. But I had to, just like people come to his page and say that, I wanted to hate on you, but I had to just give you your props. I stepped back and I was like, he was right. I gave him his props. So please do not put me in, a category with the rest of these lames on YouTube that, the ones that's covering Mo3 story that has been on some bullcrap like Wretched and, Say No to Brain Cells and the Krispy Kreme cracker, him, the solo player, okay? Do not put me in that category, okay? Because then, that makes me feel some type of way, okay? Because everybody, like I told y'all, everybody has been wanting us to work together, but I cannot be quiet when somebody throw my name out there and then put me in a video where you're saying fake bloggers, okay? Because you have a lot of little fake stuff going on as well, okay? If you want to just throw that out there and put me in a fake blogger, because I have been doing what I've been doing since came on YouTube. And I didn't come on YouTube to get through in this, circle of guys. But I did. And I'm handling it in the best way that I know how. I am still doing what I do best. I'm very good at being nosy. Y'all know I'm feeling good right now. Being nosy. So I'm not about to sit back and be quiet when somebody throw my name into a fake blogger video. Okay? I'm just not going to do it. Even if I still have respect for this person. This person has talked about me. Oh, you the basement this and you the that, the that. And I still have shown respect for this guy because I feel like a lot of stuff that he put out is good news for our communities. He talk about, shortages in water and all of this other stuff that people need to know. He looks at stuff from a street, standpoint. And I try to just stick in there with him because of the fact that, he will go against the grain. He'll go against the grain just, not to be put in that category as like Wretched and Countdown them. And say no to Brain Cells, okay? Because he's a follower, not a leader. So I see him in a different way, okay? But even though I see you in a different way, I'm not going to let you disrespect me either. Okay, so throwing me into that mix of the fake blogger thing, baby, you can be doing the fake blogger category too, because you came at a female for no reason that did not do anything to you as well when everybody was coming at me. You joined the party just along with everybody else. And then all of a sudden, you pop back out. You can't play both sides of the fence. And another thing, you are another person that praises background dancer. If y'all notice, he talked about background dancer in the beginning, being on expressway and all this stuff. And then in the recent videos, he acts as if him and background dancer have, talked behind closed doors and that, he's on background dancer's side. So I want y'all to pay that attention too, okay? Now, let's get back to what I need to get back to but I had to address that. All right, y'all? And I probably addressed it because I'm feeling good right now and it's just popped up on my mind. But I try not to have beef with people. I really do. But when you put my name in something, I have to respond sometimes. When I feel like it. I don't always respond, but I have to respond. And probably because I got a little drink in my system. I'm about to get a little smoke in my system too, y'all. But anyway, I'm feeling good today because YouTube is on fire today. It's a lot coming out. And we all know that a couple of money miles. Okay, let's get back to the person that we need to get back to, Mo3. A couple of money miles was put on Mo3. But I do believe the main money Maya was Mateo, y'all. To be honest with y'all. And I'm being completely honest. I think Mateo was the main money Maya. Mateo had ties to Mo3's manager. Mateo had ties to Mo3's ops. Mateo was allegedly, pregnant by Mo3. And he paid her to, take care of it. And I do believe she regretted it afterwards because of the fact that, you know, he got big in the industry. He started making a lot of money. And maybe in the beginning, maybe she didn't want to have the baby because he wasn't a big name. Because, you know, these girls was always looking for a payout. So maybe she looked at it as if his career wasn't going anywhere, or that, you know, she was dealing with the ops and she knew that they were eventually going to take him out because they hated him just that much. But like I'm saying, we all know that Mo3 had a lot of money Maya's put on him. We all know that Yellow had a lot of females, you know, that he had control over, that they could put on Mo3. Background Dancer had females that he could put on Mo3. Okay? And it makes sense. Things are starting to come into play now. Okay? From the video that I posted about the expressway, and that people were dressed in the same outfit or similar colors, females, and they were all walking up to the body, to Mo3's body on the expressway. It makes sense. If they put the Money Mayas out there, then the Money Mayas had a job to do, y'all. They had a job to do, which was retrieve Mo3's phone. Okay, y'all? So, word on the street, allegedly, y'all, I am hearing this. I am hearing that Background Dancer ended up with Mo3's phone after Mo3 was taken out. Now, we all know that Background Dancer was on the expressway and watched the whole thing take place. We all know that people were in the car with Background Dancer. We all know that he flipped the block twice. He went through one time, then he came around again. This is what, you know, we're hearing. We know that somebody got in his car and wiped their nose, DJ. He wiped his nose when he got in the back seat of Mo3's car, Background Dancer's car, or in the passenger side, wherever he got in. We know he wiped his nose. We know that, you know, Background Dancer put the camera on him. Okay? So he was given Background Dancer the confirmation that the job was done. Now, allegedly, Smurf, okay, Papa Blue Man, was in the backseat of the car as well, of the SUV. And they're saying that he was bending down in the backseat and that he was on the expressway too. Okay? People were posting stuff saying that, you know, one person missed and one person got him, and they put Papa Blue Man's name in this whole scenario. Okay, y'all? Well, now it is coming out. Now, this is the breaking news right here. They're saying that Background Dancer had Mo3's phone before anybody. So, did the person that took Mo3 out, that got out of his car, his SUV on the expressway, did he take Mo3's phone and give it to Background Dancer? Ask yourself this question. Or did one of the Money Mayas that they put on the scene, did they take Mo3's phone off of the scene and give it to Background Dancer? Because the word on the street is now we are starting to find out some details now. They are saying that right after Mo3 was taken out, that his manager, Rayman, went to visit Background Dancer. Trap Boy Freddy, y'all. They're saying that the manager, Mo3's manager, went to meet up with Trap. And this meeting was to retrieve the phone. This is what I am hearing, y'all. Okay, now y'all remember back here when everybody was saying that, you know, Mo3's manager had his phone, but he couldn't break the code. He didn't know how to break the code to get in the phone and all of this other stuff. So, did Background Dancer give Mo3's manager the phone so that and y'all know we heard about this too, that Mo3's manager went to a particular cell phone place and paid a particular employee money. Now, allegedly, they were paid this money so that they could break the code and get into Mo3's phone. Okay? So now, information, like I said, is coming out that Rayman met up with Background Dancer to get the phone. Now, once he got the phone from him and he took it to the cell phone place and they broke the code and he got all into all of Mo3's business, his music, his posts, his everything, was this, the, appreciation for giving him the phone? He was sharing all of Mo3's songs that he was going to release with a background dancer. Now this is making sense now. Remember when they were going to do this whole thing, they was going to try to do like Tupac, y'all. And they were going to try to go back and forth. Every time Mo3 released something, then background dancer was going to release something. So this was supposed to be to help boost his career as well. This is why this whole little scenario came out about you're talking to, a dead man. That's the whole scenario of that song and all this stuff was coming out about. He was going to release something, then background dancer was going to release something, or background dancer was going to release something, and then Rayman was going to release something similar to what background dancer was saying. It was going to be a back and forth thing, but it got shut down when I first talked about it. And so this makes sense as to why background dancer hooked up with Ratchet, and he was hooked up with him in the first place because he was always sending out, trying to stir the narratives and have fake people coming on his page and stuff. So this is why I came into the mix of why Countdown was allegedly paid by Ratchet, but he was really being paid by rappers, okay, y'all, to try to find information on me. Okay, so now everything is starting to come to light now. Okay, this has been in the play in the first place. This whole thing about, the beef is over now. It was never a beef in the first place. Only thing it was a whole bunch of guys that was against one person, and which was Mo3. They all were against him. Okay, then they turn around and Mo3's bodyguard, alleged his bodyguard, y'all. Okay, Mo3 thought he was the bodyguard, but after he gets taken out, the bodyguard puts out stuff saying I wasn't his bodyguard. No, you wasn't, because you didn't, you are always playing both sides. So remember I put out the information about Shawn G, right? And I was saying the Grim Reaper, which is AKA Shawn G. I was like, the Grim Reaper seems like he played a part. It makes sense now. The Grim Reaper only wanted to put out information and lie and say that, a background dancer put them boys on me and I got locked up and blah, 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 blah. They wanted to try to make it seem as if that's the reason why he got locked up, because background dancer put him on him. If that's the case, then why ain't he and background dancer beefing now? Ask yourself this question. All of this has been a play in the first place. Background dancer, the Grim Reaper, and Mo3's manager has always been in cahoots. And like I told you in the first place, why in the world would the police show up at the hospital and pick up Mo3's manager, his security? Why would he do that? Ask yourself this question and think about Young Dolph, y'all. Think about why everybody is saying right now, y'all, that Young Dolph's security has something to do with this. Now I want y'all to think about Mo3. Did his security have something to do with this? It's all starting to tie in. It's all starting to make sense now. If Rayman was meeting up with background dancer to get Mo3's phone, then this was all a setup. Rayman is very close to Mo3's alleged security guard, the Grim Reaper. Okay. And the Grim Reaper and the manager is close to Bushy and Armani Rose that changed the license plates and all of this other stuff. Everybody is tied in this whole little scenario, okay? And just like background dancer has ties to Mo3 case, background dancer has ties to Young Dolph's case. He was to get close to him and pretend like he was his buddy. I told you, it's a lot of people that's in street association. Their own street association is playing a part in taking them out. Okay, they're along with this whole thing and setting up stuff. And I do believe that a lot of these guys that's coming up, just like Nipsey Hussle, y'all, just like him. Nipsey Hussle had people like, the guy that's, in that, I think he's in California, whatever, Big U or somebody. This guy was supposed to be somebody that helped, him get on, help Nipsey get on. Okay. So he figured that Nipsey owed him when he got out of jail or wherever he came from. He felt like Nipsey owed him, and Nipsey felt like, he still gave him his respect, but Nipsey had moved on, and Nipsey had made a name, kept his name ringing, made a name for his own self. And allegedly, it's not alleged, but Nipsey own people took him out. Okay. There are people that's tied to Mo3, his own side, helped take him out. And now you're seeing that it's the same thing with Young Dolph, that people that were pretending to be on his side, that was pretending to be his boys just to put their name out there, like background dancer. Trap used him to put him in his videos. He liked to try to pump himself up because he knows his music can't pump itself up. That's why he's always in somebody else that's up and coming, that's big. He always trying to jump in their videos so that he can put his name out there because he know that his music is garbage. And I do believe that they're tied to, like I said, a lot of extortion. They're trying to extort these guys, and if these guys don't go along with it, then they start making their plans to get rid of them. That's why I made the video about background dancer was lining up Young Dolph last year because they knew he wasn't going to play ball. They knew he wasn't going to just pass out his money to the hood and give it to people just because they want a piece of it. He'll give it to people he wanted to give it to, and just like Mo3, he would give money to people he wanted to give it to, but they felt that that was their choice. Okay, and I do believe that the reason that Slim 400 was taken out too is because of insurance money, of course. Okay, and people are saying that people are trying to, cash in on a lot of artists right now. Okay, it's something to brewing with their record label. But I want y'all to think about this. Is their record company, cashing in on policies? You got to think about this too. Is the record label cashing in on policies because they needing some quick money right now? Because if Young Dolph had a meeting, if he had a meeting with his record label, his distribution deal record label, okay, and he was talking about buying into the company, then the company could have been mentioning to them that they needed money for something, that they had some big plans for something else, and they needed people to invest. So is this how this meeting even came to play in the first place? Y'all got to ask yourself this question, okay? And if he did mention something to Young Dolph that, they needed money all of a sudden, was they just trying to see who all in their, that's under their distribution deal, partnership, had that type of money to put in? Okay? Ask yourself this question. And they just wanted to take this person out for the insurance money. And then if they had really had this money in account, like I told y'all, who had ties to this money? Because something is coming up now, okay? Word on the street is, Young Dolph did not have no 100 properties. This is what they're saying now, y'all. They're saying that was all a lie. They're saying that Young Dolph did not own no properties. His kids didn't have no properties in their names. That now people were saying that every time their birthday come up, that he was giving out the kids stuff for the birthdays. Now there is this coming out now, y'all, that people did their homework and they looked into this information, and that none of this is true. Now, is somebody in the back making some moves, y'all? Was they making moves before Dolph was even taken out to take these properties out of certain people's names and put it somewhere else so that it could not be touched? Something don't seem around this whole thing. Now, how do you go from being the king of Memphis, owning all these properties, to now you owns nothing? They're not finding anything in the kid's name. They're not finding anything in his name, the baby mama name, any family members that's close to him name. They're not finding any information. How did this property all of a sudden just disappear out this man's name right before he's taken out, y'all? Ask yourself this question. I told y'all, I do believe Young Dolph was talking too much. I do believe Mo3 was talking too much. He was telling his manager too many things. Now, just like Young Dolph got tied in with some people that was seeming like they were advising him to buy property, it's the same thing with Mo3. His manager was advising him to, invest in timeshares. So ask yourself this question: who has ties to this timeshare now? Do his manager have ties to this timeshare? Was this fake paperwork that Mo3 filled out and they just took his money? Like, what is it? They're saying that Rayman beat Mo3 out of $1 million. This is what they're saying. So was this timeshare and property he was buying in, other states? Was it fake paperwork, y'all? Okay. It's funny how they name something that's tied to bloggers and something that's tied to the biggest liar on YouTube, okay, that has shown himself to be the biggest liar on YouTube. It's funny how a page pops up with the name Paperwork Party when they're the ones that have been coming up with a bunch of fake paperwork when it has came to Mo3's case. Okay, now you're seeing how a lot of stuff is tied. Y'all remember when I received a letter from allegedly a lawyer, and then we looked up the lawyer, it was all fake? So should we name this page the Fake Paperwork Party? Because what you're seeing is not always what you're getting, or not always true. Okay, now some could be true and some could not be true. Okay, I'm not for sure. But if a person is tied to, like I said, if a person is tied to, like Countdown John, if this person is tied to FBI paperwork and all this other stuff and has ties to this stuff, then it makes sense that he could come up with all this paperwork on people. But due to the fact that he is the biggest liar on YouTube right now, and he's tied to another fake page that pays people to come on their page, pays people for views, pays got electronic, this is what I'm hearing, okay? MHB, he put this out there. I'm not gonna take the credit for that. He has put out that this guy has been paying, and a lot of people gets these messages in their inbox that they can pay $50 for 100 subscribers and this and that. And he's saying that this is what the Rat Man does. Okay, so it would make sense that he uses every avenue to make it look like he is the king when he's really been. Okay, y'all? So anyway, I just wanted to jump on here and let y'all know the new information that's coming out. Okay, word on the street is he met up with Background Dancer, the manager of Mo3, met up with Background Dancer, Trap Boy Freddy, y'all, aka, to retrieve Mo3's phone, y'all. And this is how they've been working together from the start, and how that they were going to go tit for tat with you talking to a dead man, this whole scenario, because they were all in this from the start. Okay, y'all? So please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks so much for watching. Peace.